Hey guys, welcome back for another video. I'm actually at a local campground up in the mountains here, and we just had a fresh snow the other day, as you can see. But man, it is absolutely beautiful out here. It's a little melty, but temperatures should drop tonight, and we'll see how we do out here with the lightweight gear. Go on a little hike, and then we'll camp out in the snow and see how it goes with my new tent and my new cold gear. So let's get going. A few years ago, I started playing a survival game called Sons of the Forest. In the game, there's a 3D printer, and you can use that printer to print some survival items on. And it got me thinking, can a 3D printer really be useful in real life like it is in the game? It's been one of my goals for making these videos, to prove that 3D printing can be more than just making useless items, decorations, and toys. So join me as I put my 3D printer to the test outside of its standard setting in an office, and I attempt to actually print useful items. I live in Wyoming, and so far, it has been the perfect place to put this idea to the test. Alright guys, let me show you what I've been working on. So it's a 3D printed snowshoe. Looks a little bit crazy, but I had to splice it. There are 2 different spots. It's 3 different parts. So there's not enough snow out here to actually snowshoe, but I want to put them on. I got it rigged up here with some bungee cords just to get it to attach to my boot, and I'm going to walk around in them and see if they hold up. I know these are too small technically for me, but the next version I do will do bigger, and I'll get the strapping system a little bit better. I might 3D print an actual boot holder and then have some better cordage for this. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my boot in, so I'm just going to attach it like that and just walk around and see if it holds up for a few seconds. But I don't have high hopes that these are going to hold up, but let's try. A lot of grip. Oop. Heard something snap. Still holding up. Anyways, these are a proof of concept. Let's look at these. Yeah, so it's wiggling a little bit right back here. It's already starting to get loose. But they didn't break. I think for what I might do is modify this file. What I'll do is I'll add some hinges in here. And so it'll be able to fold up. And of course I need another 10 inches longer, maybe 8 inches. And then maybe a tad bit wider. So I'm gonna play around with the file. And then maybe next winter we can unveil a new model. Maybe it'll work a little bit better. So, but I would say for now, proof of concept is these actually work. But they're not strong enough. Turned out pretty good. Nice clean print, 100% infill, so it's not hollow at all. So they should be nice and sturdy, and it's got a nice point on it. Nice little notch here for the cord. I got my guy lines here, and I just need an extra stake to pull the tent out a little bit. We'll see when I pull them out tomorrow how they have held up overnight. So right now I have the 2-person inner tent hooked up. So this one gives me almost the entire footprint of the tent, which is about 8 by 8, 10 by 10 roughly in here, minus a little bit of a entryway here where you can store your gear, do some cooking while you sit right on the edge. I'm a little bit bigger, so I actually prefer this 2-person setup compared to the other ones. Now the reason I chose this tent, obviously because of the price and the different ways that you can set this up. I got this tent for just around $250, and then I did get the 2-person inner, I think for another $50. It's also very lightweight. I'll put the actual weight on the screen right now. And then eventually I can expand. I do have a spot here where I can put a stove in if I ever want to do some hot tent camping. But just to start off, this is an excellent tent that'll fit 1 to 2 people roughly, and it's for the price. It's really good, has lots of good reviews. It's been around for 5-6 years, I believe, and it's tried and true. A lot of camping channels on YouTube actually have used this tent, and most people have always said that they really enjoyed the tent and it works well. And so I think it's a good way to start out. So if you're interested in getting started on lightweight backpacking and tenting, I would say definitely consider the Mini Peak XL, and I think you'll be pretty surprised. Right here I have my Sierra Madre camping quilt, is what it's called. Right here I have a Summit -15 Ultralight mummy bag, and this is from Outdoor Vitals. Of course I got my Outdoor Vitals down booties that I wear inside my sleeping bag. They work great. I got a bed pad. It's a Flextail mattress, basically, inflatable. Got my down jacket here. And then of course I did vacuum seal some extra clothes so they stay nice and dry. Compress them down so they fit in the bag a lot better. And then here I have my Outdoor Vitals balaclava, just in case I get cold. And then of course I do have my food here Tonight we'll try this MRE. It is beef taco. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. I think it's over 10 years old, so we'll see how it's held up. And here I have another Flextail brand. This is their inflatable seat. So we'll try that out. And then my Outdoor Vitals inflatable pillow. And I got a few more pieces of gear here. I have, again, the Flextail air pump, and it doubles as a camp light as well. So that'll be interesting to try out tonight. So this is all new gear. The reason why I've decided to get a bunch of new lightweight gears because in my last few videos, the amount of gear that I've had to pack around for my videos has been very cumbersome. And I think this pack alone, stuffed with all my new gear here, it's like 35, 40 pounds. And that Kodiak tent that I set up in my first video, that thing is like 80 or 90 pounds by itself. So that alone is almost double the weight of everything that I have here. The bag is also Outdoor Vitals as well. It's one of their bigger, larger bags, 70-liter bag, I believe. So let's go ahead and get this camp bed set up here. And just like that, I've got our air mattress aired up nice and quick. I got it on top of my car blanket here, just so it doesn't get any punctures in the bottom. Even though I'm on grass, I don't think it will. And then this also doubles as a light, so I'm gonna use this tonight. My down mummy bag here, so it can start to re-inflate, because it's been compressed for overnight roughly. You don't want to keep those compressed for too long because it can destroy the loft in the down. Like 3 or 4 breaths, so no need to use the pump for that. Out of the package here too. And I'm going to put this over top of me tonight, so I have a little extra layer of protection from the cold. Got snow melting on the tree coming down, hitting the tent. Yep, better not look up. It's gonna hit me in the face. All right, let's go ahead and get my Flextail air pad here so I can sit down and make dinner here later. Sun's coming out right before it sets, warming everything up. Feels nice and warm out here. It's not that cold. Right now I got 46 degrees in this tent. I can feel the heat from the sun already heating the tent up. But I have a feeling tonight it might be in the 20s. So that's why we got our cold gear here. Test it out, make sure it works good. Tweak what I got here so I know when I go out on a long hike what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. About 4 or 5 breaths for this one. So now I got a little seat that I can sit on. And I actually don't trust those camping chairs for my size. I weigh like 280 pounds, so I think honestly I'd probably crush one after I sat in it a few times. So I'm gonna trust this little pad here instead. Something you gotta consider if you're kind of bigger like me. Certain things you can use, certain things you can't, or probably shouldn't. Look at that, we got everything set up, ready for tonight. I'll go get my little camp stove, my Sterno camp stove, and then we'll see if the MRE has lasted the last 10 years or more. I'm a little bit nervous, but if not, I have some freeze-dried ham and bean soup that I brought just in case. So your taste and your smell is your best indicator for if food's good or bad. So I'm gonna trust that, and then we'll hope and pray that I don't get sick if it is bad. guys, time to eat. Let's get some water warming up. Got our Sterno camp stove here. Works pretty good. It just uses a gel chafing fuel here. Alright. Let me get this thing under here. Nice and warm. I wonder if I can put 2 down there. Try it. Alright guys, we got our water heating up here. I actually have a beef taco MRE here from the brand Sopaco. My brother-in-law, he actually gave me this a couple years ago, and I think it's over 10 years old, so we're gonna try it tonight and see if it's any good. If it's not, we got our black bean soup on standby here. So it looks like we got Santa Fe style rice and beans. We got a pouch of that. And then we got a pouch of taco meat. Got a packet of peanut butter. Got some tortillas. Tropical flavored juice. And then lemon poppy seed pound cake for dessert. That actually sounds pretty good. So we're going to stick these retort pouches in the water here to heat up. Alright, let's mix up this tropical fruit punch here. Yeah, it smells like red fruit punch. My microphone battery died. I didn't realize it was low, so I got it plugged in here. And thankfully it works while it's plugged in. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and mix up some of this fruit punch here. See how it tastes. Alright, let's try this. This sugary mix here. I haven't had sugar in a while. That's sweet. Yeah. That's tropical fruit punch there. After I drink that, I got some homemade lemon electrolyte powder that I've made. It's just ground up freeze-dried lemon mixed with a bunch of electrolytes in here. And then I don't even think it's sweetened, but sometimes I put monk fruit or non-sugar sweetener in this stuff. And it tastes like lemonade. It's really good. Checked the thermostat just a little bit ago. I got it sitting over there. It's about 30 degrees right now and dropping. I think my phone said that it would get down to about 22 tonight, which isn't really terribly cold considering there's snow on the ground, quite a bit of snow. I'm gonna flip these. Put this one on the bottom. That's hot. Yeah, those are almost done, I would say. We're going to go ahead and open it, see how it's held up over the years. I don't think I'm going to make a taco. I'm just going to put it in the bottom here, mix it together and eat it. Ooh, yeah, that smells good. Well, so far we've passed the sniff test. It smells great. It smells just perfect. Let's go ahead and open up this Santa Fe rice and beans. Wonder what about these beans make it Santa Fe. Smells like green bell pepper and like nacho cheese. Okay, we're gonna pour that in there too. Just mix it up. We're going to put the pepper in. We'll see how it tastes. Let's go ahead and open our tortillas here. Hopefully these have held up. Well, they're kind of all stuck together a little bit. It smells alright. Those taste sweet. Why do these taste sweet? I don't understand that. Okay, let's go ahead and eat this. Alright, now it's not too hot to the touch. Scoop out some of this. This is the best we're going to get here. It's not like I was going to actually make a taco. Yeah, tastes great. Well, I would say that the MRE is held up. The questionable MRE from my brother-in-law. It's good. I'm going to finish this up, guys. And then I'll see you guys inside the tent. Alright guys, we got our lemon poppy seed muffin. Let's go ahead and have dessert. Ooh, that smells good. They're actually quite good. Oh, this one broke in half. Looks good. Man, I see the sugar crystals on the outside. I don't think you guys can see that, but this thing's going to be sugary. That's good. Really good. Alright guys, so we had a pretty successful day. We got all the lightweight new camping gear out and did a little hiking there for a little bit around the campground. Found a nice spot. Pretty happy so far with all my camping gear. It's just really nice to have everything be so lightweight and small and easily packable in my bag. And honestly, like I was telling you guys earlier in those first two videos, just my deer hunting, elk hunting gear and my ice fishing gear, time and place for that to go out and do those activities. But for just hiking around and pitching a tent, it's just so nice to have these new items to do that. And it kind of reminds me of just life in general. The Bible says in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And so just using my new gear just kind of made me realize, why do I come out here and do this? Why do I want to get away and have some peace, even if it's just overnight? Honestly, life is difficult. If you guys are parents, or you have kids, or you have a demanding job, which I have both. Honestly, I manage 11 people, basically from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Every day of the week and weekends all year long. It gets to you, Work can wear you out and wear you down. And I actually I looked at my cell phone bill for last month, and I looked at my usage, and I had sent 1,700 text messages out just last month alone. And I'm sure, a couple hundred of those were probably to my wife or my family, but the majority of those are to my employees who I manage. And my phone literally dings all day long. I have problems, I have issues I have to always be aware of and direct people around their work schedules. You guys all understand this, I'm sure. Work can wear you down. And how do we get some peace in life? And honestly, even Jesus in the Bible, he would leave his disciples and the crowds, and Jesus went and sought rest. He literally separated himself from everyone and said, I'm going to go alone and go pray. And he would go pray. He would go reflect and have peace and quiet. And I think that is important. And in my last video, if you haven't seen it, link in the description, I went ice fishing and I kind of talked about the same thing, is we don't have peace in this world. We don't take the time to disconnect
and to get away from the hustle and the bustle of everyday life and just kind of reflect and pray and have peace. And just like that verse, those who are heavy laden and burdened, what other burdens do you have in life? Jesus can provide rest from all those things, just normal day things with your job and your family. But honestly, I also think of the burden of sin. Sin, shame, and guilt that we all deal with. Because we sin, we have shame and we have guilt. And those weigh you down. They will weigh you down and burden you. I've been there. If you are struggling, it's because you're not in a right relationship with God. And I encourage you, Christ will free you of the burden of shame and guilt. He will take your sin and separate it from you as far as east from the west. That's what the Bible says. And he will free you of the penalty of death. And you can live free for Christ. So I encourage you, think about it. What burdens do you have in life? Everyday life or just sin? What is it? Get it dealt with. Get back in a right relationship with God. And that is through his Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening. Alright, we got water boiling here. I'm going to pour out some from my coffee. It's made a triumphant return, the biscuits and gravy. One of the best freeze-dried breakfasts you can have. Super delicious. I've been up for like 2 hours out here. As soon as the sun hit my tent and the birds started chirping, and I'm like, wow, I'm outside and it's kind of cold. Hard to sleep. Man, birds are noisy in here. Usually don't camp in here until like June, July, August, September. Well, it's starting to bubble. So, we'll move on here because it's warm enough. It's for breakfast. And immediately I can smell fresh biscuits and gravy. Immediately. Just like last time, guys. Oh yeah. Tastes fresh. The only thing is the biscuits are crispy. It's so good. Alright guys, time to start getting everything taken down, put away. This thing held up good. Very happy about that because I was worried about getting camp chairs that wouldn't support my weight, and this thing did great. Okay. This thing turned out pretty good. Let's look at these tent stakes.
Yeah, these things are sturdy. They don't bend at all. Worked great. All right, guys, pretty good adventure we had last night and today. We tried out the 3D printed snowshoes. They will need some tweaking. They need stronger. I'll probably put some hinges on, and then I'll 3D print a foot holder and some get some better straps. Overall, I just need to make them stronger and then also longer as well for my size, my weight, my frame. So we did walk around in these for a little bit and try them out. They worked pretty good. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this type of content, please subscribe, hit like, share, all that kind of stuff. I'll bring more as time goes on. So thanks for watching. Bye.